From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
And these are your top cryptocurrency picks for 2021. In tonight's evening show, we go over my top crypto picks from Thursday, and they remain my picks tonight. This morning, we checked in on those top coins in a day in which the cryptocurrency market was being hit. All major coins were down, but my picks were up. Where are they tonight? We'll check in with those coins this evening. Across the board, we'll see what's going on with my four picks: Polygon, Cardano, KUSAMA, and Aave. In a week in which we've seen a lot of coins take a dive, KUSAMA, Cardano, and also Polygon and Aave continue to deliver. Why have my coins continued to go up in a day in which coins continue to slide? We'll also learn a little bit more about what buying on the dip means and why buying on the dip is not the same as buying on the slide. We'll compare and contrast why a slide is not a dip and why some others are getting confused. And then we'll go over resistance levels, how we understand if a coin drops below a resistance level, it's time to buy, potentially, and if it breaks through a resistance level, why it's a big time to potentially sell. And then we'll start tracking Solana, Shiba, and Synthetic. Will they be new picks? We have all the big details on a big night of Crypto Night. How are you? I'm really excited for you to join me. This is LA. Hope you're having a beautiful Monday night. Congratulations to the viewers of this channel who have done really well on all the picks which I've recommended. You know, the weekend and today and Sunday were much exactly how I had predicted to you on Friday. Let's recap. Going into the weekend, I told you that over the last few weeks, this is how cryptocurrencies have traded over the weekend. On Fridays, they trade up. On Saturday mornings, they hit their best day of the week. And then by Saturday noontime on the West Coast, they continue to slide. And that slide downturn continues all the way generally into late Sunday evening. There's sometimes an uptick sometime in the late evening, and generally Monday has been an up day. Today, it was not. We started the day with that same trend yesterday. We saw that trend up in the Saturday morning, trending down on Saturday afternoon, getting worse on Sunday. And then today, it got actually worse. But here's the irony. The coins which I pick for my viewers continue to stay up or flat since all last Thursday and now are still up for the positive. When we last checked in on those coins, they were up 30 to 50% between Thursday and Saturday. Let's see where they were at the time, and let's see where they are tonight. So when I recommended Aave on Wednesday, it went from $516 to $600 by Saturday. When I recommended Polygon on Wednesday, it was $1.12, and by Saturday, it was $1.70. And when I recommended other coins like Cardano, it was $1.68 on Wednesday, and then by Saturday, it was $2.28. So what's going on tonight? Let's look at my four coins and let's see what they're doing across the board. Polygon, Cardano, KUSAMA, Aave, let's see where they've made the moves tonight. Polygon on Wednesday was $1.12 when I recommended it. On Saturday, it went to $1.70, and today, Monday, it's $1.71. Why is that? Because Polygon gave up some speed through Sunday, but on Monday, traded up. And I'll be going into more about that chart in a second. Aave continues to deliver. It was $5.16 on Wednesday. Saturday went to $6.10. And this morning and this afternoon, it is still up from Wednesday, $5.74. And then KUSAMA, also doing well. It was $4.50 on Wednesday, Saturday $6.04, and Monday $5.78. Finally, Cardano. $1.68 when I recommended it, then $2.28 on Saturday, and then Monday on $2.20. So when you look at all four coins across the board, what's important to understand is that all four coins are exhibiting the same trade. They have all stayed up or flat, which is how we buy on this channel. We don't buy coins that continue to slide. Here's what's important to understand as you go into an evening of Crypto LLA. How are you? Here's what you need to know. When people look at cryptocurrency and they're choosing their top coins, sometimes they choose it based upon what a friend said, or they choose it based upon chatter. I choose my coins based upon the charts. I base my coins based upon chart movement. And here's what you need to know. There are some cryptocurrencies out there that are very volatile. They go up very severely and go down very severely. But ironically, the coins I pick are relatively calm. They go up or they're flat. They go up or they're flat. And if they have a down day, it's not very significant. A couple cents, and then they regain it the next day. That's how you pick a cryptocurrency that's not as volatile and still has the type of return. And here's what you need to know. When you choose a coin, you want to price it right so that you're in with a profit right out the bat. And that's how I do it on this channel. All right, now let's check in to see why it's important to choose a coin. In this recording, we're going to learn a little bit about buying on the dip and why buying on the dip is not the same thing as buying on the slide. And then we're going to go over resistance levels. First, let's go over buying on the dip. It's very important in the concept of what's happened over the weekend and what's happened over the last 2 weeks, where people elsewhere are getting confused that a dip is a dip when it's really a slide. Here's an example of a dip. In this chart, you're seeing that Polygon dipped late Sunday. I detailed on Morning's Crypto this today. Polygon went down to $1.50, but it was only less than an hour at that price point Sunday evening on the West Coast. If you missed it, you missed the dip. It's a dip because it dips literally. It literally goes down just for a blip and then prices right up. And you see what happened there. It dipped and then went right back up. Here, however, is a slide. This is not a dip. This is a slide. So you're looking at Dogecoin. Dogecoin's chart, and you're looking at that chart, it's a downturn. There is nothing dipping in that chart. The progression is continual downturn. And so ultimately, you need to know that if you're at the top of that arrow, which I've drawn on the Dogecoin chart, if you're buying there, you need to think why you're buying there. Ultimately, someone did buy there, thinking it was a dip, but it wasn't because it got worse. If there's a downturn of your coin, you need to know that it's a dip. Here's an example. When you're looking at Polygon and you're tracking it, stalking it as I call it, since Wednesday potentially, you may have missed it. You may not have bought it. And then you saw, wow, it went to 170, went to 175. Well, by Sunday, if you're tracking it and turning on alerts on Gemini and turning on alerts for stock alerts, coin alerts, on your platform like Coinbase, you would have gotten an alert that it would have broken below a level you were tracking. Alerts you can put into the programs. Send me an alert if it gets under 160. It did. It got to 150. At that point, it's breaking down. Is it dipping? It does, because it starts to trade back up. At that point, you know it's a dip when the dip has literally ended. This was a very quick dip. But ultimately, if you wanted Polygon at 150, you knew it was a great price. Doge, on the other hand, is a slide. And that brings us to resistance levels. Resistance levels are important to understand when buying a coin, because a coin may only trade in a certain resistance level. And that if you're only trading a resistance level, you may not make the type of profit you want and may be also protected against too much downside and losses. Here's a trading resistance level for Bitcoin. What is a resistance level? It's also called a trading range. Trading range. You see it goes up to a level and then down to a level. At the right of the chart, you see where the price point is right now. Do you notice anything interesting about that price point? I do. If you draw a straight line across, it nearly is the price point at the very left side of the chart, where it dipped once a few weeks ago. If that breaks below my red line, it's going to what is called break below the resistance level. We have a resistance level at the top at which it won't go above, but is it going to break below my resistance level? That is how you have to buy things on the slide. And understand, actually not buy things on the slide, and understand if something breaks between the resistance level, you may be on the wrong side. So with that, let's jump into the live charts and let's look at what's going on tonight. You know how we do it on this channel. We start with pulling up coinmarketcap.com. So if you're at home, pull up coinmarketcap.com. This morning, coinmarketcap.com, which is in the split screen with me right now, it was down about 8%, most coins. Well, tonight they're down 7%, so it's not been a particularly good day. And if you're new to this channel, when I refer to reds, I'm referring to down. When I'm referring to green, I'm referring to up. And coins are tracked by both 7-day and 6-day. So they report a 6-day up or down and a 7-day up or down. So is the 24-hour up or down or the 7-day up or down? If you look across the top 4 coins tonight, with the exception of Cardano, no, let's pull out actually further. Top 5 coins. If you look at the top 5 coins tonight, no coin is both up for the 7-day and up for the 24-hour. So Doge is up for the 7-day and Cardano's up for the 7-day, but both are down today. Cardano is $9.90, it's down 10% at $2 tonight. Doge is down 4%, up 7% for the 7-day. Let's pull out further on our chart and see where things are. So there's Stellar. People were asking me about Stellar in the live chat over last night. The live chat the live chat is every night on this channel. So Stellar's down 9% today, down 4% for the 7-day. If we pull out and on market capitalization, as we pull down on our chart, remember market capitalization is how much is invested in a coin. Solana is number 16 in the market capitalization, and it remains a fascinating coin. It remains one of the coins we are now tracking on this channel. I'm not necessarily making a recommendation for Solana, but I am tracking Solana, Shiba, and Synthetic. If you look at Solana, it is currently 46.85. It is down 2% today, but up 8%. But it has done relatively well over the last few days, which brings us now to Polygon. Polygon tonight is 170. This graphic was made about 5 minutes before I went on air. It was 171 then. Saturday 170, Wednesday 112. So where is it right now? Polygon's 171 still. So Polygon's holding relatively calm. It is up 3% for the day, up 92.74%. So let's look at that Polygon chart as an example of how and where to buy a position. So Polygon, Matic, which is number 17 on market capitalization, when I recommended it 7 days ago, it clearly was much cheaper. It's had a very nice run in 7 days. So let's pull up that 7-day chart so I can look at it with you. So Polygon was generally holding in about $1.10, $1.20 Wednesday, Thursday. Then on Thursday, it did exactly what I tell you the coins do. Friday, it starts to uptrend. Saturday has a major shift, and guess what happens? Saturday at noon, it starts to downtick. Then it tries to regain some speed. And then since about Saturday, it's been in trading range. How low has it downticked? 148 late Sunday. So there you go. If you wanted to buy Polygon on Sunday and really tracked it, you would have grabbed it at 149. Let me pull up the Polygon chart. So imagine if you had been tracking Polygon, stalking it, set up in your alerts in your app for a price target, and you put that price target at 160 or 150, you would have gotten that alert. And guess what? It went to 148 yesterday for a dip. Imagine if you got it Sunday at 149. Tonight, you would be at 171. That is an incredible return. Let me pull up my calculator right now. I want to know what that return is in just, what is it? It's not even been 24 hours yet. I think it's been 20 hours. So it's 171 right now. If you had bought it at 148 yesterday, you would have a 16% return on your money in less than 16 hours. I mean, that's pretty darn good. And we're just getting started. That's if you're late to the game and didn't buy it earlier this week. All right, so now let's go down on the rest of the coins next on the charts. There is no other coin that is coming up until, guess what? Aave. Aave is the first coin that is both up today and up for the 7-day. Does that sound familiar? It should. Virtually all the coins which I recommend on this channel either stay flat or stay up. So that's how we like it. We don't like volatile coins. We like coins that just generally stay up. So here's Aave. On Wednesday, it was 516 when I recommended it. Saturday, it was 610. Monday, a few hours, about half an hour ago, it was 574. Where is it right now? 573. It actually went to 568 just before I clicked in. So you can see, if you want to buy something on a dip, you can certainly buy it on a dip. You could buy Aave at 560 on a dip today. So let's pull out on that Aave chart and see where you may have been able to buy it yesterday had you been stalking the coin. How low did Aave get yesterday? Oh boy. So Aave got if I ever saw a dip, this is a dip. It's literally like a 10-second dip. So it went to 516 for just a second on Monday, today. So it went to 516 for just a second today. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? If this is why you really have to stalk a coin. Today, it's been everywhere from 590 at its high to 516. After it was at 516, it went right back up to 591. Imagine that movement. 516 to 590 in just today. Now you're seeing the charts as 574. That is because that was where I made the graphic just about 10 minutes ago. But imagine 590 from 516. How much of a return is that in just less than 2 hours? It's a 14% return. I mean, incredible. It's incredible. Now, it's important to understand that if you pull out to the 1-month chart on Aave, it's incredible. It doesn't really downticks at all. It just goes up, flattens, and then trades in a little bit of a range. My prediction for Aave, $700 a coin. I think it's going to do it. Incredible movement. Really, really surprising. That is why you have to absolutely track a coin. Don't ever be greedy and impatient. Take your time on buying a coin. And then we get to Shiba. Shiba has just been very, very volatile. It is one of the coins we're tracking, but I'm not recommending it just yet. So Shiba is one of those charts that you need to understand and look at, and it is a more complicated chart. Shiba has not had a good 1-day chart. It has not had a 7-day good chart. What's important to understand is that Shiba is currently trading today, at the time of this recording, below Saturday's levels, below Friday's levels, and substantially below Wednesday's levels, and substantially below Tuesday's levels and Monday's levels. So it is barely caught up from where it was it's almost at where it was on Friday. So do I like that? No, I don't like that. That's why ultimately I want you to buy a coin that goes up, stays up, and at best is flat for a day or two. All right, let's now pull out to some other coins across the board and see where they are moving right now. All right, further down on our market capitalization after Shiba, of course, KUSAMA is coming up. We know KUSAMA is a smaller market cap coin. But does any other coin pop off of the page at the moment? No. The next coin, I wish you saw my facial, well, I guess you see my facial reaction, but I'm just shocked. I'm looking down the list of coins, and I'm seeing if anything is up both 7-day and 1-day. Bam. First coin that does that after, as I'm pulling down the screen, KUSAMA. So there's KUSAMA. It's up 5% today, up 39% for the 7-day. Let's pull up KUSAMA's chart and see where KUSAMA is right now. Let's see. There's KUSAMA. So KUSAMA, when I made this chart about 10, 15 minutes ago, it was a 578. Saturday was 604. I recommend it was 450. So let's pull up KUSAMA, and let's also use this example if we can find a nice dip where we could have bought KUSAMA cheap in the last 24 hours and made a nice profit. All right, so let's pull in the 1-day chart and look at KUSAMA. So KUSAMA did have a dip. It had a dip at very late Sunday, went as low as 482, and immediately traded up to 591. I mean, can you imagine a 100-point spread in just a little bit? So 591 from 482. Look at that movement. Let's do that calculation right now. That's a 23% gain on your money in less than, I think it was about an hour. So since then, KUSAMA has relatively remained flat. At the time of this recording, it's just starting to uptick. So that's how you would really take your time in buying a coin. You really, really would take your time in buying a coin. When I buy a coin, I want to stock it. I want to know what price I want it at, and I don't want to be greedy. And that ultimately everything dips. Everything does dip, and you never want to assume it's not going to dip. What's important for you to understand is that when you're choosing a coin, you need to understand that the coin will dip. It will dip sometime in the 24 in the day in which you're looking at it. And that if you want to take your time, you'll get the price. You'll always get your price, you take your time. But again, you want to make sure you're on a track with a coin that's trading up. And there you go. What an incredible movement across the board. Now, I also mentioned I'm tracking synthetic. I'm not buying it yet, but I'm tracking synthetic. Why synthetic? Let me pull down on the charts and on the list of coins and see why synthetic came up among the list. The reason is obvious. It's up 6% today and up 20% for the 7-day. So if we look at synthetic, why is synthetic something to stock but not particularly to recommend just yet? Because if you look at the 7-day chart, it's trading in a range, which is we're fine with. And if you look at the 1-month chart, it looks like it may be trying to break out. If you look at the 3-month chart, it looks like it may be trying to break out as well. The reason why I'm not recommending synthetic is for obvious reasons. It's trading in a range, and that range is 3 months. Remember, when we're talking about trading in a range, you don't want something that just keeps on going up and down the same time for 3 months. Back several years ago, Intel stock was like that. It would just go up and go down and go up and go down. Cisco was like that as well. It would just go up and go down. It would never go in this. It would never give you a profit because you just whatever you gained one day, you would lose the next day after that. Let's go back to that graphic where I showed you resistance level. Here's Bitcoin. If you're looking at Bitcoin, how do you make a profit on this? Because it goes up and it goes right back down. It goes up and goes right back down. Now I got it. You want to hold it for 5-10 years. I got that. But if you're a person that doesn't want to sit around and make a profit 5 years from now, you want your profits short term, you can't make a profit on this. It's in a resistance level. It's in a trading range. It goes up, it goes back down. Whatever excitement you may have in a few months, it just goes right back down shortly thereafter. And you certainly can't make money on this. Now, you can talk about what may be happening for 3 months from now. But ultimately, the way we do it on this channel is I recommend you to buy coins and to get into those coins at a price target that's right and to continue to make the money. Here's how we do it here. And this is how I recommend you to make your purchases. When buying cryptocurrency, I want you to understand that some coins are very volatile. They go up very severely and they go down very severely. I also want you to understand that you have to look at the chart throughout a long duration. So don't just be in a one day, say, oh, it's up 20% today. It may be down 900% over the last 3 months. Not a particularly good chart to look at. So you don't want to look at just a 1-day chart or a 7-day chart. You need to see what's going on with the coin. What type of charts do I like? Only one type. A chart that goes up and stays up. It can flatten out for a short period of time, and it can trade in a range. But I don't want a chart that's sliding down. I'm not at a water park. I'm not interested in sliding down a slide. I want to go up, stay flat, go up. I want to be on that escalator heading up. Like a department store. I can get off at one floor and flatten out for a day or two, but so long as I go back up. I want to immediately return on my money. I want to buy in and be knowing that I'm immediately turning a profit. I'm not here to make to be a fan of a coin and say in 5 years from now it's going to be great, or then 2 years from now it's going to go to $2. No, I want it to go to $2 in 1 week. I want it to double its money. I want to buy it at $1 and have it go to $2 in a week or 2 weeks. That's how I want to focus. Then when I choose the coin that I like, I'm ready to buy, but I'm only ready to buy when I get the price I want. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't be impatient. Have some time and buy it when it's a cheap price. Ultimately, if you know where a coin has traded over recent days, then you'll know what is a potential option for a price point to get it at. When you determine that price point, whether it's $1.50 for Polygon or $1.49, then go to your app or your website that you're using to purchase the coin. Set an alert. So that sends you an alert that it says, hey, it's now under that price target and get ready to pounce. Know exactly how many coins you're going to buy, how big a position, so you've already calculated it out. That's how I always advise people to plan ahead of time. Know how much you're going to buy and what price point. So when it hits that point, because it will, you pounce and get it right away. then that downtick will be done, and that buying on the dip you'll be out of, and immediately it'll uptick it right away. Finally, where to buy coins and how to buy coins. Viewers have asked me which platforms, multiple platforms, any problem with that? No problem. As the market still is trying to advance itself, a lot of the major coins are still not on major platforms. So the major platforms that I recommend are Coinbase and Gemini for your tier 1 coins, which I describe as coins that are broadly accepted on most major platforms. But even a Cardano, which is top 5 on market capitalization, is not listed on Gemini. Is it fine to have multiple platforms? Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Don't be worried about it. It's just the way it is. So you may not find your Cardano on Gemini and may have to go over to Coinbase and get it. Now there's tier 2, like a Shiba, will not be on Coinbase and will not be on Gemini just yet. So you'll have to go to crypto.com. That's for your tier 2 coins. And finally, your tier 3 coins, which will be something like a Huobi token, very difficult to get, not on tier 2, not on tier 1. You'll have to manipulate 4 or 5 apps. Some people will do that. Ultimately, it depends on how much effort you want to put into the situation. As we go into this evening, what you need to know is the following, that ultimately, throughout the day, throughout yesterday, a series of YouTube channels said cryptocurrency is crashing today. No, your coins are crashing. Not mine. Not mine. Your coins are crashing. You buy the wrong coins, you crash. You buy the right coins, you don't crash. You buy volatile coins that go up and go down, you're going to have a crash every other day. You buy coins that are relatively stable and have stable movement and even nominal movement on the upside. You don't have to worry about substantial crashes. Next, you don't buy coins based upon hype or conjecture. Ultimately, there is a coin every week that seems, for unreasonable explanations, to dominate social media. You'll just tune into social media and suddenly that day it's that coin. Not particularly clear. You don't buy coins based upon social media. And you certainly don't buy coins based upon one man's tweet. It doesn't make any sense. You buy coins based upon the chart. Finally, the last thing to understand is that when buying cryptocurrency, it's a little bit different than stocks, and that stocks, you have a lot of choices. Whereas cryptocurrency, when we're looking at the top 60 market capitalization coins, it's 60 coins. You know them backwards and forwards. The more you look at the chart, at the website and look at those 60 coins, the more you know about them. And once you know, oh, that's that coin with that very bad chart. I've already looked at that. I just don't like that coin. I don't like that chart. You're going to really focus in and realize that there's really potentially only a handful of coins that you like or less, and that the other coins may potentially come into your favor when they get their act together. But for now, their charts are not good. Their charts are not where you need to be, and it's not particularly complicated. In that way, cryptocurrency is a little bit easier. When we talk about top crypto investments picks, top crypto picks of 2020, top coins to pick, you got 80 coins to get there. 60 coins have bad charts. The remaining 20 coins, 10 of them have good charts now, but bad charts a month ago. And then the remaining 10 coins have always had good charts. So in choosing your top crypto picks of 2021, and certainly in May right now, it's not particularly difficult if you understand what a good chart is. If you're a person who just wants to go on conjecture and disbelief, then there's certainly a coin there for you. But if you want a chart that goes up, stays flat, and goes up again, then go with these picks. And my picks remain the same tonight as they have been over the last 7 days, over the last 4 days. Picks tonight remain Polygon with a price prediction of $3. Currently trading at 171 tonight. It was 112 when I recommended it. Cardano, price prediction of $3. It's currently $2. It was 168 when I predicted it. Price point to $3. And KUSAMA, it was 450 when I recommended it. I'm predicting to go to 700. And Aave, predicting to go to 700 as well. If you want any of these coins, Polygon, go to Gemini. Cardano, go to Coinbase. KUSAMA or Aave is on Gemini. Ultimately, be patient in buying on the dip. Wait for that dip, because whether it is Polygon like you see right here, you will see a dip. Also, let's start tracking Solana and Shiba and Synthetic. While Shiba continues to struggle, maybe those struggles are soon about to end. And across the board, I'm excited for you. I'm back with you tomorrow morning on Mornings LA. Remember how we do it. One morning show live on air, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. One evening show in the evening. Subscribe. We're killing it. We're really growing quite quickly in the crypto space. Help keeping us ranked #1. Make sure you subscribe. Like these videos. Share them on Reddit. Share them on Facebook. Help get people coming on over. And with that, have a beautiful evening. Stay here, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.